Well, hello everybody, both Facebook and YouTube. How you all doing? Interesting. I was thinking today or earlier this morning, due to some stuff, I'm like, I really need to do a live feed to talk about some stuff. But then, as I was preparing, as I was thinking, should I do it? Should I not do it? Um, I started seeing the reports about the member of parliament in UK, David Amess. Funny enough, I don't even know if anybody is here yet or not, but we're just going to go with it. So, if you haven't seen it or if you haven't heard it yet, um, midday UK time, a member of parliament was stabbed. Um, Sadly, he did not survive. He died of the stab wounds. His name is David Amess. He was conservative. It may not be the most important part of this discussion, but so first of all, let's just pray for his family. He had 5 children, a wife, and everyone else who he left behind. High moral. He was stabbed inside a church. He was meeting with some people inside a church. From what I understand, he was inside the church. A man comes in and stabs him repeatedly, and he stays calmly until police arrives and all that good stuff. So he's been captured. The attacker. The attacker is seemed to be, based on reports, he is a 25-year-old Somalian Muslim man. I want to act a little surprise or something. I don't really have much emotions to put into that guy. And also, I don't know if you saw or not, but apparently I have COVID, so I'm actually tired. Not tired because I work too much. Anyhow, irrelevant. He is dead. David Amess is dead. 25-year-old Somalian Muslim man is in custody. His name has not been released yet. And the usual narrative is going on. If you read any of the reports, by the way, you have to dig really deep to even find what I just said, the Somalian 25-year-old Muslim. But so the terror police is looking into possibility of terrorism. However, they might very well say this is not a terrorism, and get ready for this. Because the men weren't saying the typical words of an Islamic attack while stabbing Mr. Amos. Are you with me there? Hey, Shirley. I'm glad you're here. I'm talking about the member of parliament, David Amos, who was killed, I think yesterday. Your time would be, I'm lost on time zones. But so he wasn't screaming Allahu Akbar, therefore this wasn't an Islamic attack. When they do scream Allahu Akbar, it is an Islamic attack. When they don't scream Allahu Akbar, it is an Islamic attack. When is it going to be an Islamic attack? I am so sick of those in charge, from government to police to FBI to counterterrorism. You get over yourself. We're not a bunch of idiots, okay? I don't care how much you're looking for motive. The motive is right in your face. He's a 25-year-old Somalian Muslim man. Motive? Mr. Amos is a conservative white Christian man. Quran 551, Quran 95, Quran 4100. Should I go on? Quran. That's all I'm going to say. Quran is your motive. When are we? Yes, Ice, it is absolutely a sad news. And that's why I started by, our prayers go to his family. But sadness aside, It's disturbing that we have allowed this kind of behavior in every single, wherever you are, doesn't matter. Like this whole, it had nothing to do with Islam, and if it did, then he just misunderstood. Let me try that again. He just misunderstood the Quran. This is not the real Islam. All of that is getting it's just getting too old. So I hope, um I'm gonna put this because I'm about to reply to this comment. My original reasoning for doing a live feed was what you just said. Jesus is our judge. Yes, but you know what? Also, I'm gonna go there. I was planning to go there today. You know, you don't get to look away and pretend like bad things aren't happening because Jesus is the judge. Okay, Jesus will judge me and you also for looking away. Jesus will also judge me and you for normalizing inhuman behavior. Jesus will also go ahead and judge me and you for not doing a damn thing about what is happening to our freedom, to our God-given rights. So yes, Jesus is the judge. But guess what? All of us are going to have to answer for our lazy behavior of sitting and looking away. We got child brides in America. We have Muslims killing everybody in Europe. We got Muslim leaders in Middle East raping child, killing women, beheading Christians, and all we got to say is Jesus is our judge. So what? Because Jesus is going to judge them, we're supposed to do nothing about it? That's a bad excuse. That's a lame excuse. My whole point of wanting to do a live feed was we are um, we are literally at a point in our society as a human society that we have allowed so much normalized bad, nasty behavior, and that we expect to have happy lives. Happy lives don't come with a bunch of animals around. It just doesn't. You cannot feel safe and happy knowing 700 unknown Afghan men are wandering around our streets. You can't. Everything we have normalized from small to big. We have normalized because we don't want to judge. Sometimes it isn't about judging, it's about protecting your society. It is your job to protect your home and family. When you allow normalization of, what are they called, drag queens in the school, do you think you're protecting your family? No, darling, you're failing. When we normalize a Somalian Muslim man running into a church, ironic. The sign in front of the church says, everyone's welcome here, where old friends get to meet again and strangers feel like home. Ironic, isn't it? The Somalian got right in there, stabbed the man to death, and wait to be arrested. Surely you made a good point. He's waiting to be arrested because he knows most likely he's going to get away with it because, well, Islamic supremacy is around the corner. He's going to be excused one way or another, just like the female genital mutilator doctor in, I made that word up, didn't I? Whatever, you get what I'm saying. Doctor in Michigan got away with mutilating little girls. I think... I'm sorry, I'm going to try to keep up with your comments too. Um, Thank you, Lisa. I'm going to put this up to you because I'm very proud and thank you for saying that. Because recently it's normal, when you try to build your faith the stronger, you get attacked constantly. So yes, recently, I was attacked with, oh, you're too new to understand it. Yes, I'm too new, but guess what? I was saved from darkness by God. My understanding of darkness is so clear that I can easily spotlight. I can, because I've been in pitch dark. As an ex-Muslim, I lived most of my life, my youth, in complete dark. I mean, it's dead dark, pitch dark. So when you're saved, when you're rescued, you start seeing light. How long are we gonna sit by and allow our governments to run this show? We need behind every problem is life. ID that I put your Jesus is our judge. You're saying, I'm not saying don't look away, but if Jesus is not your Lord and Savior, what we do is in vain. Yes. But then again, are you telling me if the report came out that a 10-year-old girl whose mom was an atheist was raped and killed, are you not going to do anything about it because the child's mom was an atheist? And that's where I'm going with this discussion. That's where I'm going. It is not our job to save other people, to see Jesus as their Lord and Savior, as much as it is our job to hold on to our responsibility to be good Christians by following the footsteps of Jesus. We do not get to claim other people who haven't seen the light and accepted Jesus. We're better than them if we're not going to do anything about those who are attacking our values first. At least that's where I stand. As I just said, it's hard to see the light unless you're in pitch dark, isn't it? Don't you think our society is dark enough as it is right now? Just look around. From the mandates and the vaccine and the Planned Parenthood and the LGBTQZ all the way to the end of the alphabet, to the Islamic supremacy. What more do we need to see in our society to stand up and say, enough, enough? I will not allow a normalization of Cardi B being a talent while I'm trying to raise my children with values of faith, freedom, and family. That's a small example. It just hit me, came to me, I don't know why. But we are all failing for not standing strong. How long are we going to be No. Don't tell me to relax. I'm going to put your comment. Don't tell me to relax, okay? Tell me to relax whenever you can understand what it feels to be called an adult woman at age 9, to be raped as a teenager, to be sold to a man as a wife, then come back and tell me to relax. That's your problem. Whomever you are, because your ID is apparently made up. Whomever you are, your problem is that you're too relaxed thinking Bible prophecy, so I'm just going to sit on my ass and do nothing about it because, well, guess what? It's Bible's prophecy to save me. No, don't tell me to relax. Because I go to bed every night knowing there are millions of little girls being raped, authorized by Allah and Muhammad, and they have no way out because people like you are too relaxed to do a damn thing about it. No, I'm not gonna relax. You wanna relax? Turn off this live feed, go watch a Netflix, maybe a music video by Cardi B. Don't tell me to relax. That's the problem. We have relaxed a little too much, a little too far. We have given into the adoption of lazy life to where we think if Sunday morning I go to church, that's all it takes. If I look away and not judge a Muslim who's beating his wife, that's all there is to me being a good Christian. No, enough. It's time to vary your faith proudly and stand up to anything and everything that goes against your faith. You know how Muslims have gained momentum in our countries? Because they keep claiming discrimination, freedom of religion. You're mocking me. You're an Islamophobe. Now, what are we doing as Christians? Well, we're not supposed to judge. But it's at their culture. If we're more nice to them, then they might come join us. Nowhere in the Bible says be nice. It says be kind. Being nice means being stupid. Enough. Enough. They are killing us. Not necessarily physically. They are killing us by taking away our freedom. by disrespecting and mocking our values. You can relax for that. Good for you. You're part of the problem. Don't come on here and tell me to relax because I'm not going to relax. I didn't get away from all of that darkness to come to America and watch it happen again and then have you tell me to relax. We all have a responsibility to be responsible for our society. The question is, seriously, are you saying you just wish I'm born again? Where have you been, darling? Does this look like I'm an atheist? Or words coming out of my mouth isn't telling you that I'm a Christian? Would you like me to get a tattoo on my forehead? And that, again, let's think about it this way. We're supposed to judge righteously, right? Now, what is righteously? Would you agree that it is completely all right for us to judge an adulterer? Again, judging is different than punishing. Please keep that in mind while I talk. I was watching this show where there was a group of friends, the show is supposed to show the importance of friendship. One of the friends cheats on basically sleeps with his best friend's wife. So therefore the wife and the best friend are, together cheating on the best friend. And then it comes to the husband who was cheated on, kills himself. And then they all come to realize, oh, that was really a bad deed. And now he's dead. Oh, but suicide is a sin. So he committed a sin. He's burning in hell. Meanwhile, we are going to forgive the two of you who committed the adultery and caused the suicide because that's what friendship about. That's what triggered the whole I need to do a live feed in my head. Forgiveness doesn't mean you need to enable. Now, that's just an example from a show that came to mind. But the problem is, as a society, we have learned to be more pleasing to each other than God. Oh, I don't want to hurt her feelings, so I'm not going to tell her her behavior is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I'm going to love my friend or child or sister, or whomever it is, unconditionally. On that note, I'm not going to tell them that, they're sinister. Listen, we can love everybody. Just because we love them doesn't mean we need to lie to them or support their bad behavior or normalize their bad behavior. I never understood how any parent can go and visit their son who is a pedophile or a serial rapist and give him a hug and tell him, don't worry, we're here for you. I don't understand that concept. God forbid, if I know someone who's a rapist and they get caught, I will sit there and pray for them and I will go visit them and I tell them, hey, I think it's time for you to confess and repent and find God. Not that your victim should forgive you for what you did, but at least find God so you would stop doing the horrible things you're doing. That would be my reaction. Now, mind you, many of even my dear close friends always tell me that I could be harsh as far as telling the truth. Okay, I get it. But can we stop normalizing Rosanna, I will answer you in 1 minute. Let me finish this thought. And thank you, Lisa, for your generous contribution. Instead of normalizing, everything is just getting to be too much, at least for me. I can't. I really can't. I cannot watch any more people coming on social media saying, my 4-year-old son just came out as gay. What? No, your lifestyle, it's fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't be gay or you should be gay. Or, no. I'm saying your 4-year-old son, what is the playtime between you and your 4-year-old son that your 4-year-old son just told you that he's interested in guys? Why are we normalizing that? Why? That's child abuse. It's child abuse. Or when Kardashian family put all sort of makeup and bikini on their little girls and take pictures and people like, yay, so cute. I want that bikini for my girl. That's child abuse. It has nothing to do with judgment. It has everything to do with values. And yes, some of those topics are I'm very sensitive to them. Sue me. But from small things within our own society, all the way to generalizing the not all Muslims are bad topic. We are literally digging our own grave and we're sitting here thinking we're good Christians because we're not judging people. Well, guess what? I'm going to start judging people. If what they're doing goes against our values as Christians and as Americans, I'm going to judge them. I will. You know what? They pulled the plug on one of my biggest events in Chicago because the church leader said I had a picture of a mug, coffee mug that says F Joe Biden or F Biden. If my F Biden mug is hurting the society, I would like to know how come having pedophiles in Wisconsin military base is okay. Or again, why is it completely fine for society to constantly search through the channels to see who got back with whom? Who are these people like Ben Affleck and who? J-Lo, I think. Oh boy, huge news. They're back together after going off and being with 10 other men and women and probably 2 engagements and 5 more children added. They're back together. Really? Really? Is that what we get excited about? And again, that comes from a girl who's all, I love the whole music industry. But then I have found myself that I don't actually listen to much English music anymore because the lyrics are whoa and the singers are like whoa. Yeah, I'm sitting here judging. I am. Because I would hate to think that one day I will have to raise my child in a society that people prefer to look away from a pedophile who's using my bathroom because they don't want to hurt his feelings, but they're not going to stand and protect my daughter. So on that note, I will judge. I will scream from the top of my lungs from now on. Related to Islam or not doesn't matter. We have got to clean house. Our countries are looking like trash can is the best thing that comes to my mind right now. Trash can. We have way too much trash. It's kind of like the trash can that's been sitting in a garage for about a month in summer. That's how I see it right now. We have allowed way too much of a crap going on in our country in the name of coexistence and freedom. Freedom is freedom as long as you're not harming yourself or someone else. Isn't that the concept of freedom in America, at least? Right? How is freedom of religion applying to Islam when clearly they're harming other people with their religion? How is it being a transgender is considered as freedom when they are walking into our bathroom, making us uncomfortable, and some of them actually trying to commit crimes? Enough of generalizing one word. Oh, it's a free country. Yes, it is, but it's not a freaking zoo. Okay? There are still laws. There are rules and regulations. I personally don't want to feel like I'm living in a literally the whole planet Earth feels like a giant mental institute at this point, including myself. I'm one of the mental patients. But at least my mental issues does not include harming every other person and, stepping on every value any human being can have. But Alan, you thought David Amess died of surgery complications? No, he was stabbed to death by a Somalian Muslim 25-year-old. Exactly. EM 2020. You said it way better than I could. I'm going to leave it on for people to see too. I agree, Rosanna. Would you guys please share this? Thank you, Edward. Let me put yours on. You see that I've been struggling with this thing on a personal level with someone recently. He's like, you gotta find the path or you're gonna be, and I'm telling you people, I've been there. I went from pitch dark to so many paths that I was nothing but a lost soul for a good chunk of my life. I mean, lost. One day I was this, another day I was that. One day I wanted to do this, one day I wanted to do that. Until I sat down and I told myself, and just so you know, this wasn't that long ago, it was pretty recent, within this 2021. I said, listen, girl, you have found your path. You have got to choose now. Are we sticking with this path or are we going to keep on? You can't have an on and off relationship with God, okay? I understand your background. I understand this a lot thing in your head, in your subconscious kicks in sometimes, but you have got to either surrender or don't. We cannot have this, Annie. I know you cannot wake up every morning and decide that morning if you're good or not. You're going to either wake up every morning and you're good or you're going to wake up every morning and you're lost. Pick. And I picked. And I decided I don't care who's going to say what about what I'm doing. I am going to continue on the path that God has shown me. After 37 years of life, I have finally found the peace in my heart where I can wake up in the morning with a smile and say, thank you, God, for another day, another chance to do the right thing. 37 years to get here. I'm very happy I got here. But yes, we cannot live in a society or in a country in a country or a society where everything's a go. I mean, imagine, let's talk about our home. Like, I have 3 cats. If I wouldn't train them and there were no boundaries, do you really think I could survive with 3 cats going wild in my house? No. They're free. I don't cage them. But they know there are rules. It was interesting. A friend of mine saw this a few days ago, and it was like Emma was like literally, sorry, Sia just put his paw on the coffee table. I'm like, off the table, he went off right away. It took time, but yeah, he was trained. All of them, all 3 of them are off the table. The moment I say off the table, they're off the table. I have to scream, yell, or any of that. It's just bunch cats. Now imagine out there, everything's a go. It's a simple fact of it's a free country. Well, I think it's time for us to teach ourselves and everybody else. It might be a free country, but it is not a zoo. It's not. And my favorite phrase. Well, you think you're better than me and you judge me? No, I don't think I'm better than you, but I think I have more common sense than you. If I have to tell you what you're doing is horribly inhuman, then I have more common sense than you do. Having more common sense doesn't make me a better person. It just makes me someone with more common sense. And we need to stop enabling. Please stop enabling bad behaviors in our countries, especially in America. This is out of hand. It's out of hand. Make a trip to Walmart, come back home, you realize how bad this is getting. Seriously, it's getting bad. Hey, you're a guy who wants to be a girl and doll up and wear what could show everything that's under. Do me a favor, stay home. Stay home because there are children on the streets. This is how we end up with, well, 4-year-old coming out as gay. Or I might be off on this. Was it Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's kid that early on decided it was a he that wanted to be a she or vice versa? I want to know, I mean, why? Why? There is a limit to freedom. You don't get to claim freedom while you're hurting people. I did tell somebody recently, I said, and I posted on my page also, said, if you don't heal, you end up bleeding all over people who had nothing to do with your wound. But the point is, I feel like we have got to a point as a human society that because we don't want to deal with our pain, or disappointment, or whatever the feeling might be, we don't want to deal with that. So we end up as adults bleed all over everybody's life. And yes, I get to say that because I come from where healing wasn't easy, but I managed to do it. I managed to, anyone whom I'm in their life as friends, as co-workers, whatever, they can tell you at least I'm not a bitter person. I have never hurt them. The only time I do hurt them is when I'm harsh by telling the truth. Like, if they're wearing something that is not really proper for the place, I'll tell them. I'm not going to yell at them or mock them or put them down. I just tell them, like, are you sure you want to wear that? I think it's a little too much, or a little underdressed, whatever it might be. That's how I hurt friends. I do this because I think I prefer honest truth about me. Honest truth is the key here now. No, Kareem, they have not released his name yet. Even the fact that he's a Somalian Muslim, as I said, I had to dig forever. I have the link here. I can tell you guys where to find it. Okay, 1 second. Let me pause here. If you go to thetimes.co.uk, that is the only place that talks about the fact that terror police is investigating into extremist. No, seriously, the title, I don't know if you guys can see this. If I say, can I show you this? Can you? No, hold on. I think you might be able to read that. Do you see that? Extremism link to MP's death. So that's the website, thetimes.co.uk, and that's the title. That's the only place they released that information about 30 minutes before I came on what did I say? On live feed. So it's been about an hour since they released that information. But yeah, the name has not been released yet. Anyhow, okay. I was going to not say this, but Andrew, since you brought it up, I'll say it. Coming from the other side, darkness and evil, I had to learn at some point to literally look evil in the eye and tell it to get out of the way. I literally mean that. It was a literal physical experience to where I'm like, hey, get out of the way. But before I got there, it was like this power. It was like I would get up and I would want to be a good person. But then I would find this like a bees flying in my ear feeling. It was like it would just take over me, where I would find something to be angry about or be miserable about, or as I have admitted before, early on when I came to America, it was that hatred. Like I would see a little girl in a park with her dad, and I couldn't help. I just wanted to snatch her and punch him in the face because it would just make me so angry. And that's where I say healing isn't something that you heal once and you move on, or surviving. You do that every day. Now, putting that out there, it's like the society has got to the point where practicing, Andrew used the word satanic practice. The satanic practice in our society is a lot easier, because remember, it's always harder. It's a lot easier to be a bitter person, to be an angry person. Now, by easy, I mean not for your internal soul, but in general life. It is, because when you're snappy and you're angry and you're selfish and you're self-centered, and people automatically go, She's just like that. So you get away with constantly having no tolerance, no common sense, no compassion, no understanding. These are hard things to do. It's hard to look someone in the eye who has literally hurt you and show them understanding and compassion to try to resolve the problem. So it's a lot easier to be that person who's always, snappy and angry and hateful and da da da. But then when you look internally, it is exhausting to be that person. Whereas it's a lot more fulfilling and peaceful to be the person who does have the compassion and understanding. Now, please understand, I'm not saying showing compassion to someone who runs into a church and stabs a man. I will not have any compassion for that person. I will have compassion for younger ones who are being brainwashed to turn into that person. But point is, as I said, my plan was to come on and almost beg everybody, can we stop normalizing bad behaviors? Can we stop being okay with their life, their choice? Listen, it's their life, their choice until they come to society. Okay, as I said, drag queens. I was fine with them as long as they had their own bar on Friday night and they would just go there and do their lip syncing and dancing. And then I started having problem with them when they decided to move their hangout place into our school. It's your life, your choice, as long as it is within your life. The moment you step into other people's life in any shape or form, then it is not your life, your choice anymore. Okay? It's a perfect example of hatred, angry people who just go at it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think. How much did it take out of Stephen to write that? Is it weird that as an ex-Muslim, you kind of take that common filth as a badge of honor? I know, Stephen. That was my point. It took a few seconds. That was the best you could come up with. James, who's swinging their fist and at your face? Anyhow, okay. You all need to realize this. We are all affecting each other's life. That's the whole concept of society. Oh, Stephen, darling, I normally don't give in to idiots like you. However, I want you to know that we're not a bunch of Muslim haters. I'm a recovering ex-Muslim learning not to hate like you do. However, we are those who are exposing the lies and torturous cult named Islam. Now, unfortunately, those who choose to follow this cult are called Muslims. So I think technically you could use that phrase, but I would like to be introduced properly. Oh, got you, James. Well, thank you for teaching me something. I didn't know that. Point is, we're all affecting each other's life. We're not isolated enough to think that I get to do whatever I want to do, and if it's hurting somebody, then too bad. Okay, this is a good one. I'm going to share it with everybody. Yes, Stephen, if I wasn't so desperate for a quick nap, I will continue giving you the platform since you just admitted that you're a Muslim. By the way, The moment you made the comment of Zionist filth, we all knew you're a Muslim. Because as a Muslim, either you like it or not, you are forced to hate Zionists, and you are taught to hate generally. So, um, oh, guys, okay, I need to say, see, for anyone who thought I make this shit up, watch this. This is Stephen's response to tell us about your Muhammad's wife, Aisha. Look at that. She wrote in her own words she loved her husband. Stephen, do you understand a 6-year-old who was raped by Muhammad at age 9 cannot possibly understand the love of the husband? You see, this is what we're dealing with, people. See this right there. For anybody who thinks I just had a couple of bad experiences with my people in Iran, this is what Islam stands for. A 6-year-old married off to Muhammad, who was raped at 9 and considered consummate at marriage, wrote she loved Muhammad. That's their excuse. Therefore, our pedophile prophet with no prophecy shall be praised. Right there. I'm not even reading it to you. I literally put it on a screen for you to see. Right there. Right there. Yes, Stephen, one of his 11 wives was, as you said, was a Jew that he made her convert after he killed his father and brother, then forced her to either become his wife or one of the sexless slaves of the army. They made her convert and become his wife, so she would only be raped by Muhammad and not the rest of the army. Exactly my point. Anyhow. Well, I'm glad you joined us, Stephen, because you just helped a lot of the things I say come very clear to right here, right now, today. That's very, what's today, 15? October 15, 2021. You just saw a westernized mentality of a Muslim man. So there you have it. Yes, it is. Thank you, Edward. Exactly. This is what a lot of people are like, oh, when they come on your chat, block them. No, give them the rope. They'll hang themselves. They will hang themselves. You literally just witness a man claiming that the little girl loved her husband, so therefore it's fine. And this is where I say, watch your back, be careful, because, when you have 700 unknown Afghans on our street, you don't know which one of them is going to snatch the girl or maybe the boy, because remember, there's such a thing as bachabazi, as in Quran it says, they pass among you the young boys like pearls. So oh, now this is even better. Now, just watch as the anger builds in Stephen. For anybody who says Muslims are okay with Christians and they believe in Jesus, see that? Look what he just called me. Anybody else has any questions about coexistence of Christians and Muslims? Because, well, that's how they see us. That is how they see Christians. By the way, Stephen, don't hold your breath, honey. I don't debate you. There's a little saying here in America that says you can't fix a stupid. You can't debate a brainwashed man who thinks it's okay to have a 6-year-old wife because, well, she loved her husband. So. Ah, good one, Ben. Stephen, that is from Ben Poser to you. Okay. So, yes, this is what we face, people. Are you with me yet? Or shall we wait for more clarity from the moderate, westernized, non-brainwashed, didn't hijack Islam Muslims? That was a good ending. I like it. Thank you, Stephen, for um, not being able to contain your anger and hatred toward an ex-Muslim who is now saved and is a daughter of God. I know, as an ex-Muslim, I can only understand how badly you're banging your head against the wall, but that's all right. Your Allah shall save you and provide you with your 72 versions. And as you follow Muhammad's footsteps, you will be successful in your unhappy life. I'm sorry, guys. I need to put this on a screen. I'm sorry. I just love. They run out of anything else to say. She doesn't even know English. Oh boy. Come on, Stephen. I was hoping something a little better. Like, come on, you can do better. Come on. You can do better. Oh, Ken, there are so many. But that's the thing. We don't really have time to read the whole Quran here. But yes, they are. I know. I know. Oh, by the way, I didn't put that one on, but guys, just in case if you're on Facebook and not YouTube, he is not westernized because he was born in UK. So, Stephen, here's my question for you. Since you were born in UK, do you speak, write, and read Arabic? Because if you don't, based on Muslims, you're not a Muslim because you don't understand the Quran unless you read it in Arabic. Because as you know, Allah is not bilingual. So you have to understand Arabic. Since your English is very perfect, my question is, have you read the Quran in Arabic? And do you say your prayer in Arabic? Because if not, I had to break it to you, but you're going to have to start taking Arabic classes. Or if you're smart enough like me to learn a second language without taking any classes, then just start learning Arabic. Because you really, remember, the biggest debate of Muslims, you misunderstood Quran because you read the translation. So if you read the translation, you're not even a Muslim for me to debate. Sad, but that's okay. Hi, Christopher. How you doing? We are doing good. We've been having a little bit of fun with a very wonderful, hateful British Muslim who's trying really hard to get me to debate him, but we just realized he may not even be able to debate because he was born in UK and possibly does not understand Arabic, which will disqualify him as a Muslim. But seriously, isn't it retarded when this guy supposedly created everybody named Allah, but somehow his capability does not go beyond Arabic? I could laugh at Islam all day long, but I'm kind of tired of laughing right now. My jaw actually hurts. I love you too, Cynthia. Okay, so this was a fun. Oh, Cecilia, I know, and that's why it's my favorite. Like, if it was like probably 10, 12 years ago, I would take it serious. But in last at least 6 years, I'm like, seriously, like, you all got to do better. If you're trying to come at me, like, leave the English part out. Like, do it. Like, because that has kind of started to be pretty obvious that you're just trying to hurt my feelings. And normally, you can't hurt somebody's feelings who's smart enough to speak 5 languages while you only speak one. And then when you pick on their accent or lack of proper English, since it's their fifth, you're kind of just being either a leftist liberal or a leftist Muslim, because all you guys do is protect your feelings by trying to hurt other people's feelings. So I know, Cicely, I appreciate it. It just has got to a point where it's kind of my joke when they go at it. Now, it's fine to be like, oh, you have an accent. Well, of course I do. But when they say she doesn't even know English, that's when you know they ran out of I'm going to hurt your feeling things to say. So they just go there. You're like, yep. Oh, thank you, sis. Krissa, I'll see you here. Oh, wait. Did you just say debate me in any... Okay, debate me any language you want. I don't know English, but I'm pretty sure that's broken English. Debate me any language you want. I'm pretty sure that's broken. However, so you're telling me if I start debating you in Farsi, you're not going to go abidi, 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 abidi. That's it, folks? Because I'm pretty sure you don't speak Farsi. I could go on. Oh, honey, I'm not fake laughing. Trust me, I actually do. I do the fake smile, which normally looks really fake, but the laugh comes naturally. Shoot! This is so bad. He just realized I'm an Iranian. And now watch as he's gonna go, but that makes sense. She's a Shia. Shias are not Muslims. I'm waiting for Stephen. Come on, give me the content I can put on my screen. So after that comes the make sense. Are you gonna tell us that I was raised a Shia that doesn't count in Islam? Or should I wait? I know, sis. Like, I don't think Stephen realized that I have been through this childish game of Muslims to where first they try to say I misunderstood Islam. Then they try to say I don't speak English. Then they say, oh, you're Iranian. You were raised a Shia. That doesn't count as Islam. Oh, come on, Stephen. Oh, did I call you out on what you were going to say? So you're trying to come up with something better to say? Just waiting. Yeah, I'm going to drink some Red Bull because you got boring. Come on. You see, this is predictable. I'm waiting. No, okay. So I guess you took back any language, right? Because I don't think you were counting on Farsi. But another confirmation, ladies and gentlemen, who think Muslims take Christianity as people of the book. Second reference of him to Christianity. How's that for you all? I have a question, Stephen. Is there any chance you might possibly think about preparing bail money for the guy who killed David Amess today? The Somalian 25-year-old guy who stabbed him to death? Nope. I just have a feeling you're one of those people. Considering you're in UK. You could try to bail him out. Oh, thank you, Marie. You're very, very, very kind. Oh, that was so sweet. I'm putting this on my screen because that was very sweet. Okay, yeah, this was fun. But as always, ended with name calling, I guess. Gee, come on, guys. Some of you Muslims out there, can you do better? Like, is there actual rational logic you can use? Instead of, You see, even Stephen knows that you become an ex-Muslim and then saved by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You can't go back. You see? You even know. At least he has that much knowledge. Yeah, because the Islamic leaders will kill me if I go back, right? Oh, guys, this is funny. Now he wants to bring his friend to debate in Farsi. You see, Stephen, you already said live that I can debate you in any language I want. You didn't say I can pick the language and then you go find friends who can speak that language and then bring them to debate. See, sweetheart, when you run your mouth, you gotta take a second before running it. This lady you refer to, the Iranian who cannot go back to Iran. Oh, she's a smartass. The reason I survived what I survived is because I'm a smartass. So the fake laugh aside and the smiles aside and taking it easy on you, you know better than I do that you're literally here in hopes of gaining somebody's attention that somehow, somewhere, what I'm saying is a misunderstanding. But we both know if we would take the time to read the Quran, you would come to realize you're following a cult that is killing innocent people because, like you, your fellow Muslims think people like me are not worshiping the right God. What is it you call him? Allah? Yeah. So I'm going to tell you this in all seriousness. I won't debate you in any language. Because the most important language that is required for a debate, you lack. You have no understanding of what we call human rights. You are involved with a cult that tells you that you can beat your wife until she obeys you. And also, you're involved in a cult that tells you that if you're attracted to an infant that you are a guardian of, if you pay enough money for her, you shall have her. So I try to be kind of sort of nice about it, but you can take your money and your, oh my God, I'm so scared, and your laughter somewhere else. Because in all seriousness, I have no interest of debating you. You haven't even come to realize that you're part of a cult that was created by a pedophile who was attention seeker with mama issues, who had to marry a woman who was about twice his age but had enough money to support his cult. Is that enough information for you? Or should I say it in Farsi? You can use your phone to record and then have your friend translate it to you. That might help. I love how you. I might steal that. Izlame. That's a good one. But anyhow, thank you for the entertainment, though, Stephen. Most of my supporters, they love it when I have a good laugh. So thank you for providing that with me with this broadcast today. But back to where we were, guys. Just keep your eyes and ears ready for this Somalian guy being, mentally ill or having, I don't know, didn't have enough hugs or didn't have enough people to debate him because they always looking for a reason, right? What's the reason they can kill innocent people who don't agree with their sick-minded lifestyle? And then start doing what we just talked about. In America, we cannot have these really, 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 should we call them enemies or should we call them, yeah, let's call them enemies. The red-green axis needs to be stopped. Exactly, the mental illness motive is about to come. We got to do something about the red-green axis. And I think first step would be, as I always say, pick up the phone, call your representative. And then 2022 is coming up. So let's make sure, first of all, we support the right people, get out there and vote. And if you do have the time and knowledge, let's volunteer for oh boy. Look at that comment, guys. Now again, remind me one more time how they coexist. You all see that comment from him, right? He thinks he can donate $4.49 to get that attention that he desires. The last one you did, Stephen, was, oh, I'm so scared. I'll tell you what, I'm not scared. Come get me. Seriously, I dare you. Come get me. Let's see who's going to see who. If you manage to get me and take me back to Ayatollah, good for you. But then, if you never make it out of my house alive, good for me. Remember, you're in UK. I'm an American. I got a thing here. It's called Second Amendment. So again, come get me. By the way, it's Ghana as Gonna. Just saying. Just make sure where you're coming. Bring your friend who speaks Farsi. Because most likely, you might hear words in Farsi that you may not understand. You can translate quickly. Oh, Tim, sweetheart, I know. Oh, I know. Actually, one of my very, 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 very dear friends, Shirley, is from UK. She kindly joined us on our September 11th project, which was such a pleasure to hang out with her on Skype and do the work. So, I know you guys. Actually, a lot of, I'm going to put this on the screen since you all got familiar with the Muslim mentality, yeah? I mean, how desperate can you be that when she stops paying attention to you, you actually pay out of pocket to do the super chat so she would see your comment? But that one, I just figured you should see how they work. When you don't give them what they want, their threats comes up. But again, pick the wrong person. Yes, James, that is who they are. Oh boy. Okay, that is my favorite comment of the day. Flat out, by far. Wow, that was a good one. I'm so sorry, as I don't know if I should refer to you as ma'am or sir, but my hat goes off to you. Amazing. For anybody who doesn't know the back story, so apparently one of the hadith, I did a video on this YouTube channel. So Muhammad says, if a fly, lands in your drink, you, in order to make it clean and, I guess, instead of picking the fly and dropping it, you make sure to dip the whole thing in, and that somehow magically make it all clean again. So, wow, that was awesome. I'm sorry, I was going to answer someone and I completely forgot because that was hilarious. I'm so glad I caught it. Thank you for putting that in there. Wow, Definitely the best comment of the day. Oh, okay. This was wonderful. I cannot believe we passed the 1 hour, but I'll tell you what, there's absolutely no better feeling than overcome whatever the hell um, they wanted to put you through. So you go through all of that. You somehow manage to survive, and then you make your way somewhere safe and free, beautiful country known America. You do what you do, and then their little minions come like, "I'm gonna scare her. I'm gonna push her over." Da, da, da. And then you just sit here. I don't even need to say anything. I just look at the comments. Uh, uh, and you're like, yeah, I don't even need to say anything because they all got my back. Like, best feeling ever. When you finally are at that point where their what did their pedophile prophet said, heaven is under the shadow of the sword. So you're like, yeah, and not only you don't scare me, you don't scare away my people either. So take your cult elsewhere. Exactly. Wonderful point. Religion of peace, isn't it? Right? They are so peaceful that when you don't pay attention to them, you don't give them what they want, they make threats. We'll take you back to Ayatollah. Yeah. Good luck. Seriously, that there was serious. Like, out there, you come get me. I might sit here and laugh and let you get away with a lot of comments you made, but don't even try to do that. But then you did very much help my life feed today, Stephen. I do appreciate that. And you know what? I was actually thinking, here's what I'm going to do. I was going to refund your desperate super chat donations to get my attention, but no. I think I will gather them and go pick up. Yeah, I'm going to go pick up a 6-pack of beer and a pack of bacon. I think you would feel very good knowing that you funded my bacon and beer for tomorrow. It's weekend. So thank you for that. You've done good today. You've done great today. Yeah. Some beer, some bacon with Steven's desperate donations to get my attention. So maybe I would get scared of his threat. It's been a good day. Yes. Yes. Bacon and beer would be good. Yes, Cecilia. I have been following it. I have not reached out to Sandra yet. I don't even know if she has got back to Canada yet. But I will, as soon as I get a hold of her, I'll make sure to bring her on so we can discuss that. And yes, it is heartbreaking. EM22, you got it. I will have a beer for you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Well, I got a 6-pack, so I'm going to take one for me, one for EM22. Of course, we have to do one for Stephen, who funded. We got 3 beers left. So who's taking those 3 beers? Thank you, Tim. You got it. Shirley, one is yours, and Douglas got the one, and Lisa got the third one. We got it. Okay, all 6 is good. But yeah, on a serious note, though, I'm actually genuinely very happy. We had a Muslim man from UK join this live feed today, so you could actually see the real true color of them. So instead of me telling you, oh, this guy said this or that person said that, you just witnessed it yourself. So I think this was more productive than I was expecting it to be. Oh, that is so cute. Um, I would put your comment and Stephen on a screen, but you didn't pay for it, so I'm not going to put it on the screen. Uh, my very pleasure. I do apologize. Some of the IDs on YouTube are hard for me to pronounce since I don't know English. So, um, Cavalier Delight, I think. Thank you. That is very, very kind of you. Yes, it does, James. It so does. I told you, just give them a rope and watch them hang themselves. They can't resist. I mean, what I represent is way too much to swallow for them. Woman, ex-Muslim, saved, Christian, gutsy, smartass. The whole combination, yeah, they can't help themselves. They can't. They have to show their true color. And that's why I don't block them when they show up. I start giving them a little bit of rope, and before you know it, they hang themselves. Yes. Oh, thank you, Shirley. Yes, that is very true. The fact that I dance does piss a lot of them off too. See, that's the thing. I'm that person. I am a perfect example of their failure. Their failure. Not only they didn't manage to keep me in hijab and control and break me, but I actually ended up being a young woman who does all the things they tell me not to do. I sing, I dance, I do art, I speak out. Hey, I even make fun of them and their pedophile prophet and their made up Allah. So yeah, I'm perfect example of what or how perfectly they failed. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for your generous contribution. I appreciate it. I will most definitely do that. I will have a beer on you. Perfect. Okay, guys, I shall get going. Um, I will keep you posted as soon as we hear. Oh, James, may I use that on my bio, please? Guys, isn't that like so perfect? James, can I please? I will literally stare here until you give me authorization to use what you just said. I would like to introduce myself as the ultimate apostate, please. Yes, he said yes. He said yes. It was like a proposal. He said yes. Thank you, James. I am so copying this right now and then adding it to my Facebook short bio. Wonderful. Okay, guys. I should get going. Wow. Oh, this is so sad. Oh. Okay. I'm going to get going. Keep your eyes on the news, possibly. Shirley, please watch your back, honey. I know you always do, but with everything going on, these people are just like literally stabbing everyone in UK. So I'm a little worried. And remember, that a spare bedroom is still right here available for you. You just let me know when. Shirley, come on, come on. I have beer and I have bacon. I'm just saying, Shirley, think about it. Just think about it. But no, seriously, please be careful. Watch your back, and then I'll keep you both posted as soon as I hear how this whole thing had nothing to do with Islam. And as I said, please do say a prayer for David Amess's family, especially as I said, he left behind his wife and 5 children. So let's do that. Let's say a prayer for them. And then stand up, start judging. If they are not following our rules, regulations, values, and the standards, then we will not put up with it. They cannot have anything to do with our lives. That's it. Thank you, Mindy. I love you too. Perfect. I will do my best to do more programming. If not, Oh shoot, no, wait, don't go, guys, wait. Oh, please go to my website, liveuptofreedom.com. Liveuptofreedom.com. Very important. I have waited for next Wednesday, October 20th. I have waited for that day for almost 6 years. It is happening. Guys, it's happening. It is so happening. Wednesday, October 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Uh, the weekly webinars that I host for David Horowitz Freedom Center has a very, very special guest on, Dr. Jamie Glazov. I finally get to interview Dr. Jamie Glazov. I am not even kidding you right now. 6 years of wait is over. Don't ask me why or how, but it just has happened that we never got the chance to do it. So I want you to go to my website, liveuptofreedom.com, and there's a poster there with the information. Grab the information, register via Zoom. If not, set your calendar and then join me on Facebook, because I will live stream it on Facebook as well. You do not want to miss this. I don't know why, but I feel like it's amazing. I get to interview Dr. Jamie Glazov. I mean, yes, it's happening. So be there Wednesday, October 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is happening and it's live. So we will be taking your questions where I will read them to Dr. Jamie Glazov and he will be answering. Right, John? That will be super awesome. So good. Thank you, James. I know. Okay. Woohoo! 6 years wait. Yes, it's done. Liveuptofreedom.com. Liveuptofreedom.com. While you're there, don't hesitate. Click on my artist store. Get some of my art. Get some of our t-shirts. We had 3 new design released this week. So pick up some mugs or t-shirts and all that good stuff. Or you can become a Patreon if you want to. Yes, EM22. I just learned how to do that recently. So I'll make sure to post the poster and the link on YouTube as well. And then you guys hopefully can. I can't live stream it on my YouTube, but my subscribers on YouTube can sign up for the Zoom link. It's a free event. So it's going to be awesome. You all stay safe, enjoy your weekend, watch your back, be loud, scream on top of your lungs that we are not going to stand by this, you know what, show any longer. And defend your family, defend your country, defend your values. You know what? It's a free country. Your values, your choice, you get to defend them. Defend them. And let's do something good with our freedom. Yeah, perfect. In the meantime, make sure to share stuff that is being posted on my pages. I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe and goodbye, guys.